Tennessee laws regarding auto insurance requirements. There are some changes. Joining us right now, we have attorney Brent Burks from McMahan Law Firm to sort of help us out. And the good thing about you guys coming on each and every Monday is sort of help us through and weed through all the things and the changes that are out there, because I know it can be complicated. When it comes to auto insurance, obviously this is something every single person needs if they're going to be out there hitting the road. But what is the financial responsibility when it relates to a driver?
Well, thank you, Brian. In short, having your car insured in Tennessee and in Georgia, there's a minimum limits of $25,000, and if you don't have that, that's a Class C misdemeanor. A lot of people don't know that, and entails fines. But a lot of times people find out after there's been a wreck or just if somebody's pulled over whether they have insurance or not.
Now, another one is that don't most comply with this law? Because as you mentioned, there's some you find out sort of the hard way.
And this is one of the things I like to talk about a lot. Most do comply, but the problem for all of us in society are those that don't. And Tennessee is ranked 6th in the nation now in uninsured motorists, and
wow.
the estimates are between 21 and 24%. That's over 1 million drivers, Brian, that are on the road in Tennessee alone that don't have insurance, and that number should scare us all.
Obviously, the law is sort of on our side when it comes to those that are uninsured, but what is the legislation doing about this situation?
There's a new law that passed this year that came out of a really unfortunate wreck in the Memphis area, and it's called the James Lee Atwood Jr. Law. This gentleman was hit head-on by an uninsured driver and was killed. That driver had been pulled over earlier in the day and was cited for no insurance and basically was let go and back on the road and then caused this death.
Wow.
And so from that came this law, which is going to cause significant changes. Instead of having to be pulled over or maybe be in a wreck to find out, there's going to be an online verification system for the first time in Tennessee. Before a person can go get a tag for a new car, for instance, or get a tag renewed, they're going to have to show proof of insurance. Now, you may ask, some people are going to go get insurance for 30 days just to get that tag, and then they're going to let it lapse. There's going to be periodic checks also, Brian. From time to time, and if you don't have insurance, you're going to get a notification letter from Department of Revenue, and they're basically going to say, show us proof within 15 days. If you get a second one of those, your license is revoked. You're going to be fined pretty heavily. There's a lot of things built into it. If you provide any false information, it bumps up to a Class B misdemeanor, which is more serious, obviously, than Class C. So this is a law that I think will have some teeth to it and should help some in remedying this situation.
Now, obviously, people always have questions regarding their insurance company here, and we want to make sure that everyone is clear about certain things. But from your standpoint, what are some questions that people should ask? Well,
people need to go look at their policy. Number one, make sure that they have full coverage. People come to my office every week and say, I've got full coverage, and they have $25,000, the minimum limits. It costs pennies on the dollar to bump that up to at least $50,000 or $100,000. And then check your uninsured motorist coverage, because that's what we're talking about here. Over 1 million, the estimates are 1.1 million or more uninsured drivers in Tennessee. If that person hits your loved one and injures them or, God forbid, kills them, you're left in a devastating situation with no insurance. So call us at 265-1100 at McMahan Law Firm. We will look at your insurance policies for free, answer any questions you may have about it, and we'd tell you to get back with your insurance agent just to make sure things are where they ought to be to protect you and your family.
All right, some great information as always. Of course, when it comes to insurance or possibly encountering a situation where the other driver does not have insurance, that can cause a problem, but thankfully there are some laws that are out there to protect us. It is McMahan Law Firm. They are located at 323 High Street in downtown Chattanooga. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact them. 423-265-1100 is the phone number. Again, 265-1100. You can always go to their website, which is McMahanlawfirm.com. As always, appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you, Brian.